Hello, friends. Welcome to welcome to Weekly Lullabies. I'm still in the habit from the pandemic when I did this every night for 10 months of saying welcome to Nightly Lullabies. We're doing this once a week now, and I'm enjoying it and looking forward to continuing. I'm going to jump right in with a beautiful song by John Prine called Paradise. And I want to let you know that I have my computer up with the YouTube channel open so that I can see any comments that might come in, including things like, "We can't hear your guitar." So feel free to send those comments, song suggestions, responses, reflections, all welcome. I'm going to tune my guitar real quick and then we'll get started. When I was a child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky, where my parents were born. And there's a backwoods old town that's often remembered so many times my memories are worn. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Sometimes we travel right down the Green River, down to the abandoned old prison by Adrie Hill, where we'd smell like snakes and we'd shoot with our pistols, but empty pop bottles was all we would kill. So Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. When the coal company came with the world's largest shovel, and they tortured the timber and stripped all the land. Well, they dug for their coal till the land was forsaken, and they wrote it all down as the progress of man. But Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. When I die, let my body float down the Green River, let my soul float on up to the Rochester Dam, and I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting just 5 miles away from wherever I am. So Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. When I was a child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky, where my parents were born. I think it's common to yearn for what we love from our childhood and to reminisce about the beauty and playful times. And it can be a good reminder of all the beauty in the world. And the present moment, when we notice what has changed about the world since our childhoods, it can also bring sorrow. Just like John writes about in the sorrow when he found out about mountaintop coal mining, destroying one of the ecosystems that he loved as a child. Who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, 'cause the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their parents' help did slowly go by. Them on your dreams, the one they pick is the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you you would cry, just look at them and sigh. Oh, know they love you. You've tender years, you can't know the fears that your elders grew by. So teach them with your youth, they seek the truth before they can die. So teach your elders well, their children's hell is slow to go by. And feed them on your dreams. The one they pick is the one you'll go by. Oh, don't you ever ask them why. If they told you you would cry, just look at them and sigh. Oh, know they love you. This weekend I had the privilege of going to a young adult friends spring retreat, and that's a youth group in Philadelphia yearly meeting of the Religious Society of Friends, also known as Quakers. It was a group of about 20 18 to 35-year-olds spending the weekend together, eating food, doing workshops, going for walks, spending time in deep conversation and playful joy. And the theme of the weekend was inviting our inner child. We had 2 workshops, which were deeply beautiful at times and deeply playful at times. So I wanted to play this song because I love that it shows that we all learn from each other. And it encourages parents to teach their children well the lessons that they are able, and to be open to learning the lessons that their children have to teach. Equally, we can all learn lessons from our own inner child. The idea being that we never lose our childhood self. They may be in the past, but they are still a part of us, and we can befriend them and learn from them and help them heal as we heal. Maybe we can learn to teach ourselves well. Our inner child within us does dwell. In time we can become friends and learn to love and play again. So teach yourself well, because you're learning yet again how to be in this world and how to heal. It's okay to ask why, and it's okay to cry. So teach each other well. Each other's hell is slow to go by. Oh, and feed each other on your dreams. The one we pick is the one we'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. Just look at them and sigh. Oh, know they love you. And oh, you are loved. Gonna do a quick reading here. When I graduated from high school, this is one of the books that my therapist, who I had been seeing for a year and a half, my final year and a half of high school, gave me as a graduation gift. It's called The Prophet by Kahlil Gibran. It's a book that a lot of people know and love. And I'm going to read a short section. The way this book is set up is that the character is this man from a coastal city that is beloved by all the people of the city and held in high regard as a poet and a philosopher and a wise person. And as he moves through the city on his way to a ship to go home, they ask him about different parts of life and ask him to share his wisdom. So this first one is the chapter titled On Children. And a woman who held a babe against her bosom said, "Speak to us of children." And he said, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, they do not belong to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls. For their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you can never visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children are living arrows sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, that his arrow may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness, for even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. Kahlil Gibran was also an artist and illustrated a lot of his own books. I'll try and hold this up to the camera a little bit. You can find all of these chapters from The Prophet by Kahlil Gibran online on poetry websites. So if you'd like to look that up and read it again, that's On Children by Kahlil Gibran. Now the second little part of our weekly lullabies is the reason why I dedicated this episode, we'll call it an episode, to Naomi and Ella, who are both young adult friends in Philadelphia Yearly Meeting, who have surgeries tomorrow. And so I want to sing this song by Melanie DeMore called Sending You Light. And you can look up the whole song. There's beautiful recordings of it on YouTube and Spotify with beautiful harmonies. I'm just going to sing the refrain a few times. And you can sing it with me if you feel led. But the idea is to send Ella and Naomi and anyone else in the world who needs to be held in love and care, to send them that love and care. So this is called I Am Sending You Light by Melanie DeMore. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. We'll sing it a few more times. If you're singing along, feel free to move your body or sing different melodies or harmonies, or just to hum along if that feels better. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I'd be grateful if anyone sang that song again tomorrow to hold Naomi and Ella and anyone else having surgery or going through a difficult time. Feel free to check out Melanie DeMore's music online. You won't be sorry. This next song is the most recent song that I learned, thanks to a friend who sent it to me. It's called Garden. I wrote a song called Garden in Your Mind. And my friend sent me this song, I think because it was clear that I would love it, but also because the main line that's repeated is, in my mind there's a garden. The song I wrote about the garden in your mind is much more upbeat and focused on growing the plants of compassion and kindness and care in the garden in our mind. And this song approaches the idea a little bit differently, acknowledging also that there are spaces of deep sorrow and sadness, spaces of uncertainty and fear that also exist in that garden. And that's okay too. It's called Garden by Jeffrey Martin. Nobody knows me, where I go when I'm angry, how often I'm lonely. I guess they're the same. Nobody knows me. In my mind there's a garden full of beauty and darkness, full of sorrow and sweet things where my heart can be honest. In my mind there's a garden. In that garden there's a fruit tree, and I eat from it daily, the same that Adam and Eve ate. Now what does that make me? In that garden there's a fruit tree. I wanna know the secrets. I wanna look behind the curtain. I wanna know for certain if I'm here for a purpose. Yeah, I wanna know the secrets, as if knowing would save me from the things that made me, as if the mess that I'm making isn't really a blessing, as if knowing would save me. As if knowing would save me. Oh, as if knowing would save me. In my mind there's a garden full of beauty and darkness, full of sorrow and sweet things where my heart can be honest. In my mind there's a garden. 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 I believe it is a sad truth that many people grow up in this world feeling like nobody knows them and nobody sees them. and that they move through the world an outcast, unwelcome, as a sinner with no place to go except the garden in their mind, a place where no one is invited, where no one is trusted to be kind enough to experience the wholeness of that garden in our mind and in our hearts. There's a song that when I first heard it, I thought to myself, I want every child in the world to hear this song frequently as they grow up. I think if that happened, and if, as the children heard it, they believed the words of the song, the world would be a beautiful and different place. I'm going to end with Libby Roderick's How Could Anyone? How could anyone? Just kidding. Oh, where's the key? It'll start with me. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? La da 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 da. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul. that I love you and that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it wouldn't make me more than sad. 'Cause Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I like to think that in ending, we can sing this song together to our inner children. And just think of Caledonia as that home place that exists within each of us. That garden in our mind full of beauty and darkness, sorrow and sweet things. A place where we find refuge and where we invite trusted friends. Let me tell you that I love you and that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it wouldn't make me more than sad. 'Cause Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Let me tell you that I love you and that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm coming home. Thank you for tuning in tonight, friends. Please continue to hold your loved ones and all those in the world that are moving through difficult moments in the light and in love and in care. And as always, may peace, love, and beauty surround you wherever you go. Good night, friends.